I was gonna ask you if you thought living with me helped you decide if you wanted to marry me.
Yes.
Really?
So
It's like a straight answer.
well, yes. I wouldn't want to do it any other way.
But what if you did do it a different way?
Man, I just think that's risky.
Like, what if we were living in Michigan?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't live together because we're in Michigan.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
What would happen then?
I know.
Like,
I don't know, but I feel like
would we have to move in together?
living with somebody before you get married is the smartest decision. And that's, like I said, stripping away the emotion, stripping away the religious aspects, just person to person. If you're going to marry someone, you want to know them as best as you possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the only way that you can truly know all the quirks, all the little things, all the annoying little things, all the good things, the bad, big, small, whatever, is if you're with someone and live with somebody and see how they take care of themselves, see how they take care of their surrounding areas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Seeing them on a bad day, seeing them off day.
But
If you're having a bad day, you're like, I'm just gonna stay home and not come over. No, you're here when you're having a bad day. You're here when you're having a good day. To truly get to know somebody, you got to see them at their rawest forms. And I feel like the only way to do that is when you live with somebody.
yeah.
And if you do it and you find out all these things after you're married, that's when you're like, crap.
But maybe that's why people go to couples therapy. You know.
Which they could have saved themselves a bunch of money if they just lived with each other before.
Maybe not. I don't know, but I guess that's true because I was gonna say, like, what if you had your own place?
Mm-hmm.
What if I just kept coming over?
But like I said,
started staying over.
Like, oh, I'm sick today, or I'm not feeling good today, or I'm having a bad day. Like, I'm just gonna stay here and not come over.
That's what I was thinking. Is like the time that when we were in the same apartment, like living together, and then I went to the bathroom to just have my alone time. It's like if I was just visiting you at your apartment, I would have been like, okay, I'm gonna go home.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And then on top of that's something that was good that happened. Now think about if you just didn't go into the bathroom and was just like maturely like did something, like that was a good move, right? But someone that is not as strong would have just freaked out, and it would just been like a bunch of tension and going back and forth. It's like you had an issue
because I didn't want to cause drama.
You didn't want to cause drama. So like, and then we probably talked about it, or
no. This was before you started giving me some advice.
Oh, I'm talking about things?
Yeah, and like how to communicate. I was just want to be alone.
Yeah. Well, I'm a straight shooter, so like I appreciate when people are like straight shooters with me. So that was like the first thing. I was like, hey, if you have an issue, just talk about it. Like, tell me about it. I'm a person that takes like criticism pretty well, I like to think. And when someone says they have an issue, I look at it from their point of view and try to understand. I seek to understand before getting like defensive and all that stuff. So when I told you like, hey, just tell me. I think that was when it was just like, okay, like, all right.
Yeah. It wasn't easy though.
No.
It took like lots of practice.
Yeah.
I feel like finally now I can tell you like, hey, you're doing a little too much.
Which never happens because you're like, dude, you're freaking awesome.
Oh, but like last night you were doing a lot, and I was like, Nick, you need to calm down because I just need it to be quiet.
I came in, I was hype.
You just kept talking, which is fine. I'm probably like that too.
I was talking to the cat. All right. Me and the cat were having a private conversation, and you were rudely eavesdropping on
private conversation, making sure I knew what you were talking about with her. So stupid.
I was having a great time.
Yeah, but I think I agree.
But then I was like, oh, okay.
But I also didn't want to be rude.
That didn't make me feel bad.
Yeah, but then on purpose you'll be like, okay, then I won't talk anymore. I'll just be boring, and I don't like that. I just need you to tone it down.
No, I just do that just to be funny. I don't really get.
But I think living with your partner
sad.
was a good idea. At first, I never wanted to do that. Ever.
Yeah. Well, that's because the religious part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, like, I guess just putting the emotions into it and being like, oh no, if we broke up and we bought all these things together and
It's like people think that once they get past a certain threshold that you can't go back. And
well, there's a weird stigma too with like the people who are like in the church or who are very religious, I guess. Like I know of some people who did move together, whether they're married or not, whatever, and then they go backwards and they break up or something. And then it's just like, ooh, did you see that? She was with him and then they moved in together and then now they broke up.
Yeah, they found out before they got married. Freaking smart. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah.
See, but that's the thing about me is like I could care. I don't care about about those people.
So then, what about the thing where it says like couples are more likely to get into a divorce? Wait, the couples who live together before a marriage are more likely to get into a divorce than couples who don't live together until they are married.
I'd like to see how that study was ran.
I don't know,
because it's still 50% regardless.
No, I've seen it. It said more. It was like 70% or something. Like you're 70% more likely to get a divorce.
Yeah, I'd have to look at that myself. Like, how many people do they poll?
I don't know.
Like 5?
I don't know.
And it could just be some propaganda stats going on there.
This is where we need like an assistant. Like, hey, can you look that up for me real quick?
Yeah,
you know?
That's what I'm saying. Like, oh yeah, we polled 100 people from Omaha, Nebraska, middle of nowhere, and now like a small sample size, and that is supposed to give us the answers.
Or they probably got one from like Utah. Wait.
Yeah, the Mormon church.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
I said Utah.
They're like, yeah, absolutely. Everybody freaking divorces if they move in together before marriage. That is the wrong way to do it. They
all get married super young.
Yeah, or whatever it may be.
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Do they?
Yeah.
I think like any religion, or like people who go to the army.
Yeah.
They get married super young too.
Yeah. I don't know. I just heard that.
If you just strip away that stuff, if you strip away the emotion, you strip away what other people think, and it's just like, I don't know, if you think about it logically, I'd rather find out early than find out before you get married. That's how I think.